Hello, Shalom. Welcome to day 17 of the Daily Bread. We'll be reading in Genesis 24, Joshua 22, Psalms 22, Proverbs 17, Matthew 17. We'll be reading continuing reading out of the scriptures, the 2009 version. Genesis 24 begins on chapter 22. On page 22. And Abraham was old, advanced in years. And Yahweh had blessed Abraham in every way. And Abraham said to the eldest servant of his house, who ruled over all he had, "Please put your hand under my thigh, so I may make you swear by Yahweh, the Elohim of the heavens and the Elohim of the earth, and you do not take a wife for my son from the daughters of Canaanites among whom I dwell. But to go to my land and to my relatives and take a wife for my son Isaac." And the servant said to him, "What if the woman refuses to follow me to this land? Do I take your son back to the land from which you came?" And Abraham said to him, "Beware lest you take my son back there. Yahweh Elohim of the heavens, who took me from my father's house and from the land of my relatives, and who spoke to me and swore to me, saying, 'To your seed I give this land.' He sends his messenger he sends his messenger before you, and you shall take a wife for my son from there. And if the woman refuses to follow you, then you shall be released from this oath. Only do not take my son back there." Then the servant put his hand under the thigh of Abraham his master, and swore to him concerning this matter. And the servant took 10 of his master's camels and left, for all his master's good gifts were in his hand. And he arose and went to Aram Narif, the city of Nahor. And he made his camels kneel down outside the city by a fountain of water at the evening time, the time when women go out to draw water. And he said, "Yahweh Elohim of my master Abraham, please cause her to meet before this day, and show loving commitment to my master Abraham. See, I'm standing here by the fountain of water, and the daughters of the men of the city are coming out to draw water. Now let it be that the young woman to whom I say, 'Please let down your jar to let me drink,' and she said, 'Drink, and let me water your camels too,' let her be the one whom you have appointed for your servant Isaac. And let me know this by that you have shown loving commitment to my master." And it came to be before he had ended speaking that Rebekah who was born to Bethuel, son of Milcah, the wife of Nahor, Abraham's brother, came out with her jar on her shoulder. And the young woman was very good looking, a maiden, no man having known her. And she went down to the fountain and filled the jar and came up. And the servant ran to meet her and said, "Please, let me drink a little water from your jar." And she said, "Drink, my master." And she hurried and let down her jar to her hand and gave him a drink. And when she had finished giving him a drink, she said, "Let me draw water for your camels too until they have finished drinking." And she hurried and emptied her jar into a trough, run back to the fountain to draw water and draw for his camels too. And watching her, the man remained silent in order to know whether Yahweh had prospered his way or not. And it came to be, when the camels had finished drinking, that the man took a golden nose ring weighing half a shekel, and 2 bracelets for her wrist weighing 10 shekels of gold, and said, "Whose daughter are you? Please inform me. Is there room in your father's house for us to spend the night?" And she said to him, "I am the daughter of Bethuel, Michel's son, she bore to Nahor." And she said to him, "We have both straw and fodder enough, and room to spend the night." And the man bowed down his head and worshipped Yahweh. And he said, "Blessed be Yahweh Elohim of my master Abraham, who has not forsaken his loving commitment and his truth toward my master. As for me being on the other way, Yahweh lead me to the house of my master's brothers." Then the young woman ran and informed those of her mother's household these matters. And Rebekah had a brother whose name was Laban. And Laban ran out to the fountain. And it came to be, when he saw the nose ring and the bracelets on his sister's wrist, and when he heard the words of his sister Rebekah saying, "Thus the man spoke to me," and that he went to the man and saw him standing by the camels at the fountain. And he said, "Come in, O blessed of Yahweh. Why do you stand outside? I myself have prepared the house and a place for the camels." So the man came inside the house while he unloaded the camels and provided straw and fodder for the camels and water to wash his feet and the feet of the men who were with him, and set food before him to eat. But he said, "Let me not eat until I have spoken my word." And he said, "Speak on." And he said, "I am Abraham's servant, and Yahweh has blessed my master exceedingly, and he has become great. And he has given him flocks and herds, and silver and gold, and male and female servants, and donkeys and camels. And Sarah, my master's wife, bore him a son to my master when she was old, and he has given to him all he has. And my master made me swear, saying, 'Do not take a wife for my son from the daughters of the Canaanites in whose land I dwell. But go to my father's house and to my relatives and take a wife for my son.' And I said to my master, 'What if the woman does not follow me?' But he said, 'Yahweh, before whom I walk, sends his messenger with you, and shall prosper your way. And you shall take a wife for my son from the relatives of my father's house. Then, when you go to my relatives, you are to be released from this oath. And if they do not give her to you, then you are released from the oath.' And this day I came to the fountain and said, 'Yahweh, Elohim of my master Abraham, please, if you are prospering the way in which I am going, see, I am standing by the fountain of the water. And when a young woman comes out to draw water, and I say, "Please give me a little water of your jar to drink," and she says to me, "Drink, and let me draw for your camels too," and let her be the woman whom Yahweh has appointed for my master's son." And I had not yet ended speaking in my heart, then see Rebekah was coming out with a jar on her shoulder. And she went down to the fountain to draw water, and I said, "Please give me a drink." And she hurried and let down her jar from her shoulder and said, "Drink, and let me water your camels too." So I drank, and she watered the camels. And I asked her, and she said, "Whose daughter are?" I asked and said, "Whose daughter are you?" And she said, "The daughter of Bethuel, Nahor's son, whom Michal bore to him." When I put the nose ring on her nose, then I put the nose ring on her nose and the bracelets on her wrists. And I bowed my head and worshipped Yahweh, and blessed Yahweh Elohim of my master Abraham, who has led me in the true way to take the daughter of my master's brother for his son. Now, if you are going to show loving commitment and truth to my master, let me know, and if not, let me know, so that I turn to the right or to the left." And Laban answered, Bethuel too, said, "The matter comes from Yahweh. We are not able to speak to you either good or evil. See, Rebekah is before you. Take her and go, and let her be your master's son's wife, as Yahweh has spoken. And it came to be when Abraham's servant heard these words that he bowed himself toward the earth before Yahweh. And the servants brought out ornaments of silver and ornaments of gold and ornaments and gave them to Rebekah. He also gave costly gifts to her brother and to her mother. And he and the men who were with him ate and drank and spent the night. When they arose in the morning, he said, "Let me go to my master." But her brother and her mother said, "Let the young woman stay with us a few days, at least 10, then you go." And he said to them, "Do not delay me, since Yahweh has prospered my way. Let me go, so I can go to my master." And they said, "Let us call the young woman and ask her." So they called Rebekah, and said to her, "Are you going to go with this man?" And she said, "I shall go." So they let Rebekah go, their sister and her nurse and Abraham's servant and his men go. And they blessed Rebekah and said to her, "Let our sister become the mother of thousands of 10,000s, and let your seed possess the gates of all those who hate them." And Rebekah and her young women arose, and they rode on the camels and followed the man. So the servant took Rebekah and left. And Isaac came from the way of Beer-lahai, for he dwelt in the south. And Isaac went out to meditate in the field in the evening. And he lifted his eyes and looked and saw the camels coming. And Rebekah lifted her eyes, and when she saw Isaac, she dismounted from her camel. And she had said to the servant, "Who is this man walking in the field to meet us?" And the servant said, "This is my master." So she took a veil and covered herself. And the servant told Isaac all the matters he had done. And Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent. And he took Rebekah, and she became his wife, and he loved her. Thus Isaac was comforted after his mother's death. On to Joshua 22, it's on page 248 of the scriptures. Then Joshua called for the Reubenites and the Gadites and half the tribe of Manasseh, and said to them, You have guarded all the Moshe the servant of Yahweh commanded you, and you have obeyed my voice in all I commanded you. You have not left your brothers these many days up to this day, but have guarded the charge, the command of Yahweh your Elohim. And now Yahweh your Elohim has given you rest to your brothers, as he promised them. So now return and go to your tents, and to the land of your possessions, which Moshe the servant of Yahweh had given to you beyond the Jordan. Only diligently guard to do the command of the Torah which Moshe the servant of Yahweh commanded you, to love Yahweh your Elohim, and to walk in all his ways, and guard his commands, and to cling to him, and serve him with all your heart, and with all your being. And Joshua blessed them, and sent them away, and they went to their tents. And to half the tribe of Manasseh, Moshe had given a possession of Bashan, but the other half of it to Joshua of it gave land among the brothers beyond the Jordan westward. So when Joshua sent them away to their tents, he also blessed them, and spoke to them, saying, Return to your tents with great riches, and with very much livestock, and with silver, and with gold, and with bronze, and with iron, and with countless garments. Divide the spoil of your enemies with your brothers, and the children of Reuben, and the children of Gad, and half the tribe of Manasseh returned and left the children of Israel at Shiloh, which is in the land of Canaan, and to go to the land of Gilead, to the land of their possession, which they possessed according to the mouth of Yahweh by the hand of Moshe. And they came to the districts of the Jordan, which in the land of Canaan, and the children of Reuben, and the children of Gad, and half the tribe of Manasseh built a slaughter place there, by the Jordan, a great conspicuous slaughter place. And the children of Israel heard it, said, "See, the children of Reuben and the children of Gad and half the tribe of Manasseh have built a slaughter place opposite the land of Canaan in the districts of the Jordan, at the border of the children of Israel." When the children of Israel heard, all the congregations of the children of Israel assembled at Shiloh to go fight against them. So the children of Israel sent Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, priest, to the children of Reuben, and to the children of Gad, and to the half tribe of Manasseh, into the land of Gilead, and 10 rulers with him, 1 ruler each from the tribe house of every tribe of Israel. And each one was the head of the house of his father, and among the divisions of Israel. And they came to the children of Reuben, and to the children of Gad, and to the half tribe of Manasseh, to the land, and spoke with them, saying, "Thus says to all the congregation of Yahweh, what is this trespass you have committed against the Elohim of Israel, to turn away this day from following Yahweh, in that you have built yourselves a slaughter place to rebel against Yahweh this day? Is the crookedness of Peor not enough for us, for which we have not been cleansed till this day, although there was a plague in the congregation of Yahweh, that you turn away today from following Yahweh, and see, and it shall be, if you rebel today against Yahweh, that tomorrow he is wroth with all the congregation of Israel. And indeed, if the land of your possession is unclean, then pass over the land to the possession to Yahweh, where the dwelling place of Yahweh dwells, and take possession among us. Do not rebel against Yah, nor rebel against us, by building yourselves a slaughter place besides the slaughter place of Yahweh our Elohim." Did not Achan, son of Zerhan, commit a trespass in that which is under the ban? And wrath fell on all the congregation of Israel, and he was the only one to die in his crookedness. Then the children of Reuben and the children of Gad and half tribe of Manasseh answered and said to the heads of the divisions of Israel, El Elohim Yahweh, El Elohim Yahweh, he knows, and let Israel know itself. If this has been in rebellion, or if trespass against Yahweh did not save us this day, if we have built ourselves a slaughter place to turn from following Yahweh, or if to offer a sending offering or a grain offering on it, or if to make slaughter a peace offering, let Yahweh himself require it. But truly, from fear, for a reason we did this, saying, in time to come your sons might speak to your sons, saying, what you have to do with Yahweh the Elohim of Israel. For Yahweh has made the Jordan a border between you and us, you children of Reuben and children of Gad. You have no portion with Yahweh. So your sons would make our sons stop fearing Yahweh. So we said, let us now prepare to build ourselves a slaughter place, not for a sending offering, nor for slaughtering, but to be a witness between you and us, and our generations after us, to do the service of Yahweh before him with our sending offering and with our slaughter place, and with our peace offering. The sons, you should not say to our sons in time to come, you have no portion with Yahweh. So we have said it shall be, when they say this to us, and to go to our generations in time to come, that we shall say, see the pattern of the slaughter place of Yahweh, which our fathers made, though not an extending offering nor for slaughtering, but as a witness between you and us. Far be it for us to rebel against Yahweh, and to turn away from the following Yahweh this day, to build a slaughter place for a sending offering, and for grain offering, and for slaughter place, besides the slaughter place of Yahweh, our Elohim, which is before his dwelling place. And Pananis, the priests, and the rulers of the congregation, and the heads of the 1,000 of Israel were with him, heard the words of the children of Reuben, and the children of Gad, and the children of Manasseh. Spoke. It was good in their eyes. And Phinehas, son of Eleazar the priest, said to the children of Reuben, and to the children of Gad, and to the children of Manasseh, Today we know that Yahweh is not in our midst. Today we know that Yahweh is in our midst, because you have not committed against Yahweh this trespass. Now you have delivered the children of Israel out of the hand of Yahweh. And Phinehas, son of Eleazar the priest, and rulers returned from the children of Reuben, the children of Gad, and from the land of Gilead to the land of Canaan, to the children of Israel, and brought back word to them. So the matter was good in the eyes of the children of Israel, and the children of Israel blessed Elohim. And they spoke no more of going against to fight to destroy the land where the children of Reuben and Gad dealt. And the children of Reuben and the children of Gad called the slaughter place a witness between us that Yahweh is Elohim. In Psalms 22. It's on page 657 of the scriptures. My El, why have you forsaken me? Far from saving me, far from the words of my groaning. O my Elohim, I call you by day, but you do not answer, and by night, but I find no rest. Yet you are set apart, enthroned on the praises of Israel. Our fathers trusted in you. They trusted, and you delivered them. They cried out to you, and were delivered. They trusted in you, and were not ashamed. But I am a worm, and no man, a reproach of them, and despised by the people. All those who see me mock me. Though they shoot out the lip, they shake the head, saying, He trusted in Yahweh, let him rescue him. Let him deliver him, seeing he has delighted in him. For you are the one who took me out of the womb, causing me to trust while on my mother's breast. I was cast upon you from birth. From my mother's belly you have been my El. Do not be far from me, for distress is near, and there is none to help. Many bulls have surrounded me. Strong ones of Bashan have encircled me. They have opened their mouths against me. A raging and roaring lion, I have been poured out like water, and all my bones have been spread apart. My heart has become like wax. It was melted in the midst of my inward parts. My strength is dried like pottershed, and my tongue is cleaving to my jaws. And to the dust of death you are appointed me. For dogs have surrounded me, a crowd of evil ones have encircled me, piercing my hands and my feet. I count all my bones. They look, they stare at me. They divide my garments among them, and from them a remnant they cast my lot. But you, O Yahweh, do not be far off. O my strength, hasten to help me. Deliver my life from the sword, my only life from the power of the dog. Save me from the mouth of the lion, and from the horns of the wild beast. You have answered me. I make known your name to my brothers. In the midst of the assembly I praise you. You who fear Yahweh, praise him. All you seed of Jacob, esteem him, and fear him, all you seed of Israel. For he has not despised, nor hated the affliction of the afflicted, nor has he hidden his face from him. But when he cried out to him, he heard. From you is my praise, is the great assembly. I pay my vows before those who fear him. The meek ones do not eat and are satisfied. Let those who seek him praise Yahweh. Let your heart live forever. Let all the ends of the earth remember and turn to Yahweh. And all clans of the nations bow themselves before you. For the reign belongs to you, Yahweh. And he is ruling over the nations. And all the fat ones of the earth shall eat and bow themselves. All go down to the dust, bow before him. Even he who did not keep alive his own life, a seed shall serve him. It is declared of Yahweh to the coming generation. They shall come and declare his righteousness to a people yet to be born, for he shall do it. Proverbs 17. Better is a dry piece of bread and rest with it than a house filled with the slaughters of strife. A wise servant rules over a son who causes shame, and shares an inheritance among the brothers. A refining pot is for silver, and a furnace for gold, but Yahweh tries the hearts. An evildoer gives heed to wicked lips. A liar gives ear to the tongue of desire. He who mocks the poor reproaches his maker. He who rejoices at calamity does not go unpunished. Children are the crown of all men, and the adornment of children is their fathers. Excellent speech is not fitting for a fool, much less lying lips for a noble. A bribe is a stone of favor in the eyes of his owner. Wherever he turns, he prospers. He who covers a transgression seeks love, but he who repeats a matter separates intimate friends. Reproof enters deeper into a wise man than 100 strikes on a fool. An evil one seeks only rebellion, so a cruel messenger is sent against him. Let a bereaved bear meet a man rather than a fool in his folly. Whoever rewards evil for good, evil does not leave his house. The beginning of strife is like releasing water. Therefore stop fighting before it breaks out. He who declares the wrong right and he who condemns the righteous, both are an abomination to Yahweh. Why is this a price in the hand of a fool to buy wisdom, when there is no heart? A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. A man lacking heart shakes his hands in a pledge. He becomes a guarantor for his friend. He who loves transgression loves strife. He who exalts his door seeks destruction. He who has a crooked heart finds no good. He who has a perverse tongue falls into evil. He who brings forth a fool has sorrow for it, and the father of a fool has no joy. A rejoicing heart causes no good healing, but a stricken spirit dries the bones. One who is wrong accepts a bribe behind the back to pervert the paths of right ruling. Wisdom is before the face of the understanding one, but the eyes of a fool are on the ends of the earth. A foolish son is a grief to his father, and bitterness to her who bore him. It is also not good to punish the righteous one, to strike noble ones for straightness. He who has knowledge spares his words, and a man of understanding is cool of spirit. Even a fool keeping silence is regarded as wise, as understanding when he closes his lips. Matthew 17, page 938. And after 6 days, Yeshua took Kepha, Peter, and Jacob, and John, his brother, and brought them up on high mountain by themselves. And he was transformed before them, and his face shone like the sun, and his garments became as white as the light. And see, Moshe and Elijah appeared to them, talking with him. And Peter answering said to Yeshua, Master, it is good for us to be here. If you wish, let us make here 3 booths, one for you, one for Moshe, and one for Elijah. While he was still speaking, see, a bright cloud overshadowed them, and see, a voice came out of the cloud saying, This is my Son, the beloved, in whom I did delight. Hear him. And when the taught ones heard, they fell on their faces and were much afraid. But Yeshua came near and touched them and said, Rise, and do not be afraid. And having lifted up their eyes, they saw no one but Yeshua only. And they were coming down from the mountain. And as they were coming down from the mountain, Yeshua commanded them, saying, Do not mention the vision to anyone until the Son of Adam is raised from the dead. And see, his taught ones asked him, saying, Why then do the scribes say that Elijah has to come first? And Yeshua answering said to them, Elijah is indeed coming first, and shall restore all. But I say to you that Elijah has already come, and they did not recognize him, but did to him whatever they wished. In this way the Son of Adam is about to suffer by them. Then the taught ones understood that he had spoken to them about John the Immerser, John the Baptist. And when they came to a crowd, a man came up to him, kneeling down to him, saying, Master, have compassion on my son, for he is an epileptic and suffers badly, and he often falls into the fire and often into the water. And I brought him to your taught ones, but they were unable to heal him. And Yeshua answering said, O generation, unbelieving and perverted, how long shall I be with you? How long shall I put up with you? My being, bring him here to me. And Yeshua rebuked the demon, and he came out of him, and the child was healed from that hour. And the taught ones came to Yeshua by himself and said, Why were we unable to cast him out? And Yeshua said to them, Because of your unbelief. For truly I say to you, if you have belief as a mustard seed, you shall say to this mountain, Move from here to there, and it shall move, and no matter shall be impossible for you. But this kind does not go out except through prayer and fasting. And while they were staying in Galilee, Yeshua said to them, The Son of Adam is about to be delivered into the hands of the men, and they shall kill him, and the 3rd day he shall be risen up. They were deeply grieved. And when they came out into Capernaum, those who received the double drachma came to Peter and said, Does your teacher not pay the double drachma? Reference to a tax. And he said, Yes. And when he came into the house, Yeshua spoke to him first, saying, What do you think, Simon? From whom do the sovereigns of the earth take toll or tax? From their own sons or from the strangers? Peter then said to him, From the strangers, Yeshua said to him. Then the sons are exempt. But lest we cause them to stumble, go to the sea, cast in a hook, and take a fish that comes out up first. And when you have opened its mouth, you shall find a stater coin. Take that and give it to them for me and you. Shalom. Make it a great day. Read your Bible and talk to the Father.